Welcome in, readers. I am Ook, and I've got a couple of like unwritten rules, just the one that about the chill pill, and it has been that I want to get as many different people on here as possible. So even though like certain people have won multiple titles in the last year, if I've already had them on, I'm just like, I'm gonna wait and try to get some different folks on. I'm breaking that rule today because I have got with me two folks who just absolutely did something that I had to talk about. So welcome in, Savage, Packy. How you guys doing?
Doing awesome.
That's going to be the
Life
big
is good.
problem. That's going to be the big problem. I can tell already.
Yes, we're
Is
both we're both so polite.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
Life is
me.
good. Life is good though. Life is good.
It's like when me and
Hmm.
Dave room with each other, and we're both get up the next morning and go, "Did I bother you last night?"
Oh
Which
yeah,
which
so
Dave?
sweet.
The Dave.
Y-
The Dave,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He and I have roomed together a couple of times at events, and I always say like this is the reason we would be perfect roommates is because we're both so concerned about bothering each other. It's sweet. It is. That's why we love
Right.
Dave. So for anybody who doesn't already know what we're talking about, you guys were on GDQ or for the SGDQ run back a couple of weeks ago. Have you had a chance? Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, so I'm assuming you've had a chance to just kind of recover and process. You know, think about the experience. How do you feel after having gotten to do that? Packy, you
Oh,
go first. I know you were the you're the one.
Well, I was thrilled that I finally got to run in one because it was just like something I wanted to do because I competed in the 2015 Nintendo World Championships and I competed with six different well-known speedrunners there, and it was cool talking to them, and particularly to TMR. That's the Mexican runner,
Right.
if you guys are wondering. And he was talking to me about Nesmania, how he's trying to beat every licensed NES game. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it'd be cool to get good enough to run at a GDQ for charity. That'd be pretty neat. And I finally got to through the power of friendship.
Seth, how are you feeling after all that?
um, yeah. So I do work for GDQ.
Right.
I do run the hosting over there. So the people that you're hearing reading out the donations, I'm often backstage sending them little notes and messages and helping them out. So it did take a while for it to set in fully because I had to go right back to work like
Yeah.
6 hours later. And I, yeah, I mean, I watched it back a little bit and I talked to some people, some friends messaged, and, it's finally sunk into me how special that was. And also how special to share the stage with Pac, knowing about the Nintendo World Championships, knowing that he submitted this game before, and being with four other people who love puzzle games too and wanted to show it off the highest level. That's just such a cool thing. So I think it's finally hit me.
Great. Well, you both kind of hit on something that I was gonna ask. It was gonna be my first thing. Um, you know, we've been on multiple stages as far as Dr. Mario, like community members. John Nash got to do the Super Speed. Oh dear, SNES Superstar Showcase on Speed Gaming. I had to stop and think as I looked it up the other day because I was like, wait, shouldn't that have already happened? So he got to do that. I know. I think Lev did Link to the Past, so it wasn't this one. Ramsey's done Fastest First. Savage, you got to do Flame Fatales with the randomizer run. But it's never been main stage GDQ. And Packy, I know you've spent a lot of years trying to get it. What all ideas have you had as far as trying to get it going, and what do you think was the key to getting on the stage this time?
I mean, the times I had submitted Dr. Mario to GDQ is just like 0 to 10, 0 to 20 kind of standard stuff. And honestly, I couldn't think of too much beyond that on my own. I think this one was a lot easier to get through because we turned it into a fun 3v3 relay race, and we had several people in it. We got Savages already on the GDQ staff. There's more well-known speedrunners because, like, I appreciate that so many people think I'm such a great Dr. Mario player, but there are better Dr. Mario players than me in this world, and there are definitely more charismatic Dr. Mario players in this world. So I definitely appreciated that I was led into this 3v3 relay. That was kind of the key.
I don't know. I think you've got the stage presence to really carry something like that. So it was going to be great no matter what. Sav, I know you were, like you said, you're in with hosting. You don't ever, like, as part of your job, look at runs or anything, right?
No, the structure of it is there's a group called Games Committee, and they review all the submissions. And I think there were months worth. If you count the hours, there were months worth of submissions.
Sure.
And so I never am involved in any of that at all. And I give a huge amount of credit. I actually don't think any of it would have happened without BB Forky, who is one of our commentators. And he said, he's a puzzle gamer. He's been to our DRMC tournaments. He's a great guy, great at so many games. And he said, I want this game to be featured, and I want a bunch of great people to do it. And I know how to put together an SGDQ submission video because he's been in so many GDQs. So he knew how to do it. He knew what the secret sauce was. And, he collected the clips from everyone. He put it together. So we didn't have the technical, we didn't have to do any legwork. We just had to play. Great. And he and the other commentator, Fudu, just put together that whole reel. Just basically as you see it here without pictures of ourselves. And so he gets all the credit for making the idea, making it happen, and polishing it so well for us to put it out there for Games Committee to see.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Forky. He was definitely going to be a subject of conversation. I want to say he's been at least in one speedrun tournament too. I compiled the names some time ago, and I'm pretty sure he at least submitted a run or a qualifier. But yeah, Forky has been on so many different GDQ stages. Good to see. I was glad to see his name on there because I knew that at the very least somebody who had played the game before was going to be talking about it. So this is an interesting choice. I get it because you're trying to get kind of a single entity going instead of the multiple games having to switch things out and all that. Whose idea was it to put together this as the Nintendo Puzzle Collection and not 3 separate games?
I think it was Forky's idea.
That makes sense.
Because I didn't actually know this existed. If you go back to the Flame Fatales run that I did mention erroneously that Dr. Mario had been on every console except for the GameCube. And someone had messaged and said, no, that's not true. So I didn't even know this game really existed, until Forky really confirmed it for me and talked about it with me. And so I think he gets all the credit because actually, I mean, Pac, you were practicing on N64, right? Because it's a port.
Yeah, I was practicing on N64 because, I don't have Nintendo Puzzle Collection on GameCube anyway. And GameCube games are expensive, so I don't even know what I need to shell out to get that. But I already had Dr. Mario 64, and I had an N64 that a coworker gave me years ago, so that was convenient for me.
Yeah, so I had a thought, and it's going to continue going. Yeah, this is a GameCube game, as you said, but it is only on it is only it's a Japanese exclusive. So at least there's that. I mean, you were technically right. There hasn't been a U.S. North American release of Dr. Mario on the GameCube. Before we get into anything like run specific, how long was the process to get the submission and get it actually posted?
Wow, that's a great question. I'm trying to remember what month we had to do the submission in. I think it was in March. No, maybe February.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was a long time before the actual event. They have a lot of work to do. I think we heard about it in April. We heard back in April, and so I think we submitted at least a month before that. And I had mentioned that this was rumbling on to some people, and I realized that if I mentioned it to too many people, I think a lot of people might have been upset that they weren't asked to do it. And actually, we had a little bit of a competition, even just to make sure we knew who was going to be going. So Forky said, okay, Sav, Pack, Mr. Octagon, and Cass, who's done a bunch of GDQ stuff and speedrunning, whichever ones of you can, Cassasaur, okay. Whichever ones of you can put up the top 2 times on the speedrun leaderboard, you're going to be the team. So, wow. Yeah, I was like, oh man, maybe I should have just kept it to myself and had it be a household rivalry. But I was thinking to myself, and I was like, well, this wouldn't actually be fully the best without Pack having his hat in the ring.
Right.
So we had a little competition. We practiced for a couple weeks, put up runs, and then Forky and Fudu stitched it together.
Did you sabotage Mr. Octagon?
What?
Did you sabotage your husband?
I did not sabotage him. We were very fair about practice time, and he could practice on the N64 as well. But it was nerve-wracking. All
right. I think you were going to say something, Packy.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean... go ahead.
That was all I was going to say.
I mean, even back in, how was it, like September, October, when I kind of floated the idea of maybe we should set up a GDQ submission video at DRMC this past year. It never crossed my mind that anybody but Packy would be at least one of the people racing. I thought a Swang would be a really interesting person to race him up against, or literally anybody, but yeah, Pack always seemed like the right first person. So I think you two being on this was the right choice. You're gonna represent the community well, and neither one of you is gonna get too particularly angry if you lose because you've beaten each other so many times.
Yeah.
Oh, and that reminds me of another thing I wanted to at least mention. For those who haven't watched this past month's DRMC speed competition, and if you don't want spoilers, right now is the time to shut off your headphones. I a little bit sabotaged Packy. I didn't intend to. I knew I had already looked it up, and he was sitting on 98 wins at the beginning. So, Pack, I wanted to say congrats again on hitting 100 wins this month. As somebody who took at least like 5 of the losses out of that 100, it was something else, and I felt a little bad afterwards because I was like, man, I really shouldn't have said something. It's like telling somebody they've got a no-hitter going, but You pulled it through, and just like I said, congrats again, dude. That was something to watch.
Thanks. Influx is always going to be tough.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it was gonna happen, so you should have announced it just whenever it happened. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, I really think that it means a little bit more coming against somebody of Influx's quality, and
absolutely.
I feel bad for the guy, but at the same time, he's not, unlike Al Dixon, is that the name of the guy I brought up, who tossed Hank Aaron's 815th record-breaking home run. Influx is not going to be known for just that. He's a 3-time, speed champion. He's got so much to ride on. The fact that he took a loss to Pack is not going to be the number one thing on his resume. But
right.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that you got it against such quality competition. And here's to another 100 more, right?
Yeah. Hopefully one day I'll get it. One day I'll get Adelito again.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping for everybody's sake. Like I don't want to root against any one player, but yeah, I mean, if you're beating Adelito, that means that you're rising to his level, just like all the rest of us are trying to do. And really, that's one of the beautiful things that we've seen over the last 5 years. I'm getting off topic here, but I do want to say that's one of the things I've really enjoyed seeing is the tide has risen and all the boats are going up with it. It's been so cool to be part of this group for the last 5 years. And it was a special moment. It's going to go into my nominations for Moment of the Year already.
Nice.
All right, so let's look at some obvious things here. Pack's going with Chill. Savage is going with Quay Quay.
Well, Quay Quay, I'm a team Chill gal.
I know.
But I played Quay Quay exclusively on N64 because it just feels faster to me. And I just love Quay Quay. So I had to do it. And for a little bit, like a couple of practice runs, Forky and I had a little joke. I would have it on Fever, and then he would say, Sav, get that on Quay Quay. And so I would shift it over. And he said that he had a sound in his headphones. He requested that because he knew I was listening to Quay Quay. And Pack had Fever on. Or Chill, sorry.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask, you guys had your own mix in your headphones, like it was specific to what you were watching, or could you request like commentary or anything else in there?
I believe they let you decide whether you could hear commentary or not, and I chose not to and just focus on the game.
I also chose not to. Pack and I had done a practice session where we did practice with Voodoo and Forky commentating on us. But one thing I didn't know about Pack is that he doesn't listen to commentary, and neither do I. So both of us had our own game and nothing else. So we couldn't hear the commentators. We couldn't hear the host reading donations. So it was really just like sitting at home, except a lot of lights. In
front of a couple thousand
people. I guess. Yeah.
So I know you guys got a chance to do some practice runs. How did those go? Who won? The people want to know.
How many practice runs did we get in? Like 2 or 3?
Well, we got 2 in online, and we got 2 full ones in person.
Yeah.
We maybe didn't do the full run, but you and I at least went head to head at least twice.
Yes. We split the online ones 1-to-1.
Yep. And I think we also split the in-person ones. It's sort of like Pack would beat me by a ton, like an embarrassing amount, and then I would beat him by a little bit, like a nice modest amount. But I almost actually, the second time we practiced together, I almost PB'd in the practice room, and I would have been pissed if that had happened.
Oh yeah, yeah, I could see that. And okay, I'm just noticing the controllers. So what was the setup like? Was it an original GameCube with the actual disc, or is it things we can't talk about? What's going on there?
um,
Okay, so next question. I'm noticing the
I mean, I'm pretty sure they were like GameCubes. I don't know if they were modded or anything, but
gotcha.
I was using I was using an N64 controller with an adapter.
That was
Mhm.
that was why that's why I was asking, because I was like, that looks an awful lot like an N64 controller.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I tried to use the GameCube controller and that was not happening.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
The D-pad is horrible.
the D-pad is truly atrocious, and I had a third party old school controller which looks like an SNES controller but has the GameCube button. And I found that the D-pad on that was fantastic. And I
Lovely.
refused to use any of the guys' N64 controllers. I tried it in practice and I was terrible. So I said, okay, well, it's going to take an extra second for us to swap out the controllers, but I need to do it to feel comfortable.
Gotcha. So yeah, I'm noticing the player behind you's got his own controller waiting in the wings.
Mhm.
That's something I never even stopped to look at or think about. Is yeah, I knew there was a transition period in between games, but I didn't even stop to notice that you guys are pulling controllers and stuff. So Pac, I know N64 is what your favorite version. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
NES is still my favorite
Okay.
version. N64, I have not played it that much.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it's Laura's favorite version.
gotcha.
She
Yeah.
confirmed, yes, it is. Yeah,
Yeah, I've
it's,
still.
but it's grown on me. It's grown on me. It's kind of cool that it has like a versus story mode
I've
and
still
all
got
kinds of other
a
stuff.
big mental image of the two of you pretty much canoodling in front of that big screen at the RMC last year, and Savage going, "Yes, play the 64. Get used to it."
Yeah. Actually, I mean, I think Dr. Mario 64 is a romantic game. Mr. Octagon and I had our first kiss after playing a round. So,
Aw.
but I still love N64 more. It's very different.
You mean NES?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, NES.
Yeah. I think the first time I ever played it was in the Airbnb at DRMC 24, when you and I kind of wiped the floor with, was it Watchma and Floyd, was it?
Yeah.
In like the
Yeah.
2-player team mode. I had no idea what was going on other than just, play the game, and we'll call it beginner's luck, but I kept not getting garbage thrown at me, and you kept surviving the garbage, so I was just clearing boards. It was such a weird experience.
You're talking about 4-player versus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were playing in a 2-player team mode, and I was just like, sure, I'll play. And Savage and I ended up winning like 3 games in a row against Floyd and Watchman. I was like, what is going on? Because I should be the weak link here.
Well, it's
Surprise.
interesting too because it's so different. I don't know about Pac, but I really had to adjust my style of play because the clear animation is so slow,
Mm-hmm.
and the drop time feels even slower. So in NES, you can say, "Well, I'll take some drop time with this garbage because it'll be fine. It'll be a throwaway." But if you waste drop time or you do empty clears, it hurts you so much. And so if you kind of know that, you can take a little bit advantage of those extra frames if your opponent gives you space to do that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I not too long ago went through the retro achievements for N64, and it was definitely different. Like everything about SNES that just makes me go, oh yeah, I'm not playing NES anymore. It seems like it's exacerbated. It's just so much more so. It's definitely an interesting feeling. Was there ever any talk of this being like a versus match in any way? I guess there really wouldn't be because it's speed gaming. It's not, or it's games done quick, not games done at each other.
Right. There's no versus.
Yeah.
I never got any hint that it was going to be a versus match, and I don't think anybody else got an inkling of that either. So
Yeah, it wasn't ever an idea on the table. Games Done Quick does do some showcases, so you should definitely check out the Tetris 99 showcase if you haven't already.
That was one I was thinking about. Did they do another one this year?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they did Tetris Grandmaster last at AGDQ, and they did Tetris 99 at SGDQ, and some people in the audience were playing lobbies.
Right.
And it was great. So it was just a showcase of high-level gaming. So that could be possible, but we never talked about it.
Yeah, I remember seeing Tetris 99 a couple of years ago. That game has gotten so far beyond me, I don't even think about it anymore. I leave it to Fwubs.
Dr. Mario 99, when?
Oh, yeah, right.
Right.
When? Never, probably. I mean...
Yeah.
I don't know. I have been playing WarioWare, or the original WarioWare, and that's one of the achievements for it was beating the high score in Dr. Wario. And yeah, it was interesting. I just put it on 20, beat the high score, just playing 20. So, but then I did immediately go check SRC and see if there was a Dr. Wario speed run. There is not. We should petition for that as a subcategory of the WarioWare. I'd watch it.
I don't know if Pac did this. I think I saw you doing it, but at GDQ there's something called the Speedrun Gauntlet that they have as a side activity, and they have a bunch of retro games sort of in a little loop, and it gives you an achievement that you have to hit, like clear 12 viruses in Dr. Mario.
That was one of them.
And basically we could go around and set the high score on all of the consoles because people would hit the Dr. Mario portion and they would just, just hit a wall. So yeah, we could do that pretty well.
I think I got like 21 seconds on that one.
Yeah, yeah. And people didn't know it was the same seed either.
Oh,
so,
no.
Yeah, so, we could see that. But
the pills weren't always different, though.
Right.
The same.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mr. Octagon said a couple as well. So that was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's one way you can tell that I've been testing controllers at a DRMC event is if you come up and all of them are on the 20 high
the alien
screen. Yeah, it's because I was up there just playing all of them. But I mean, yeah, you gotta have your way to let off a little steam, and I'm glad you guys had a chance to scare the daylights out of everybody else. Speaking of the Yoshi's Cookie Run, we're not going to get into it, but oh my gosh,
that was fascinating to watch.
I have had that game since I was a kid. I couldn't even follow what was happening. I've never thought of playing that way. Oh.
I mean, Poochie is fantastic at so many games, and they just said, "Oh, we don't have any Yoshi's Cookie Runners. Hey, can you make sure you pick this up decently enough?" And
No.
I don't know how you. I don't know exactly. I mean, he'd played it, but no, it wasn't. There isn't a community for that. I'm tripping over my words because it was so amazing. The perfect clears. I think he won it for us. Honestly, it was amazing.
He had like three perfect clears in his run. Like he kind of described. Like BB Forky asked if it was kind of like a Rubik's Cube situation, trying to set up those perfect clears. And I think he kind of alluded to that. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not good with Rubik's cubes, so.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, me
But
neither.
but I was trying to figure out how he was doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Literally, I've had the Game Boy version of Yoshi's Cookie. It was like the second Game Boy game I ever had. And I have been playing that game for at least 25 years off and on. Oh, sorry. It's 2025 now. I've been playing that game for at least 30 years off and on.
Wow.
And I have never like it was a whole nother way of looking at the game. It was very eye-opening. I do think Versus was the right call. The traditional like single player mode would have been dull. Also, it's practically a
Yes.
speed game.
Yeah. It is kind of boring first one player. And
Yeah.
the Versus version is so multifaceted. You know, you can drop, power-ups on your opponent. You can make them not be able to see. You can control their stuff. You can drop those on yourself by accident. It's like,
Oh yeah.
it's wild. And so, I was kind of starstruck by that in particular
That's
on my team.
That's a Versus scene that could happen. I would watch that. Versus Yoshi's
that would
Cookie. Are you kidding me?
That would be pretty awesome.
That would be amazing. The original Game Boy version allowed for 4-player multiplayer.
Oh, I got a cable here right next to me. I'll make sure to.
You just
Bring
had to
it.
find 3 other people who had the game and somebody who had the multi-tab.
Or you could just go to Chris Bidwell's house because he has 4 GameCubes, 4 Game Boy players, and a 4-way link cable.
Nice.
He can do that.
Yeah, of course he does.
He's done it, and I've played it.
Oh, amazing.
And I haven't played. I played a little bit of the NES version of Yoshi's Cookie. I haven't played the SNES or any of the others, so I don't know if there's like onboard multiplayer. I would assume there is, at least on the SNES one. I feel like,
NES
I would
has
hope
it as
so.
well. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I did it for my Power Hour project,
oh, okay. Cool,
and
cool.
sadly, I think I gave it 1 star out of 5. But yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. O and I played it.
You didn't. It's
I
one of
didn't like
those.
it.
The learning curve on Yoshi's Cookie is higher than it is on Tetris or Dr. Mario even. The game
Yeah.
itself doesn't make as much sense just right out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
So
'Cause
That's-
it's like you make a line of cookies. Yeah, okay, that's great. But how do you take it beyond that?
Right.
It's a lot more difficult than it is in Tetris and Dr. Mario.
mhm.
Right.
And of course, the third one was Panel de Pon, and I've watched Bumbledon play that enough to not get impressed by it anymore, unless somebody is just insanely good. So I was watching, I was like, okay, this is good. It's good Panel de Pon play. Sure, And if you
Yeah.
haven't watched Bumbledon play, that was my guilty pleasure for the COVID years. Was when we were opening at 9 o'clock. When I didn't have to be at work till 9 o'clock, I would watch Bumbledon right before I started before I got ready to work, and it was great. I used to love watching him play that. I'm still gonna have to actually get him to give me a hand because Dr. Mario and Puzzle League on the Game Boy Advance, I've got all the Dr. Mario achievements, but none of the Puzzle League ones. I'm like, Bumbledon, can you tutor me?
Aw.
So Forky, I'm assuming, determined the teams and kind of got everything set up for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we each submitted our videos, and we didn't know each other's times for the videos, and he kind of balanced the teams based on what might seem more dramatic.
Right.
Good.
Panel de Pon is the one that's most dictated by RNG, so he thought that would be a very dramatic finish, and it was a place where turnaround happened. So yeah, so he put the teams together for the submission video, and then they stayed like that.
Nice. And then I saw the hashtag.
Yeah, and I think
Oh, go ahead.
I think that worked out well because I know Poochie gained a lot of ground in Yoshi's Cookie, and I think it was starting to pull back even near the end of Panel de Pon, and just watching how that played out, it was RNG, it played such a huge factor because it's just a question of whether or not your AI opponent manages to get a clear on the top in time to start clearing away garbage.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Puyo Puyo in my opinion, as far as just things that don't make sense to my brain. But Panel Upon is up there.
Puyo Puyo is boneless Dr. Mario, according to my friend John Numbers.
Yeah, they were doing a tournament in Louisville this past year, I think. No, I think it was last year because I think I was rooming with Dave that year, and I was like studying it, trying to figure out if maybe I could compete in the Puyo Puyo tournament in addition to the Dr. Mario tournament. It didn't end up happening, but I was looking into it. But it's really opaque as far as I'm concerned, the whole process. But yeah, it's different. Um, yeah. So I saw the hashtag was pills, panels, cookies. That was an interesting choice.
Yeah, there's for those of you who don't know, you send in donations to the cause, Doctors Without Borders, and the hosts may read them. And you get a higher chance of reading them if you know the community's secret hashtag. So we decided it was panels, pills, cookies. Yeah. Because it matched the games.
Yep. And then, so yeah, that raised, how much was it this year?
I think it was $2.45 million.
That's something for a charity that was raising like 20 grand just like 10 years ago. That's that's crazy. Yeah. But and of course part of that was that backyard baseball that you got to host, Savage. That was I did finally watch that one after somebody made the walk-off home run reference. That was an interesting run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't audition to host. I select the hosts from an audition, but there's always a little bit of space, for the coordinators, myself and JPEG, to host a run. And there was this odd little 30-minute portion, and it was backyard baseball. And I looked at the game. I was like, this is cute. Okay, I'll do this. And I did not know how hype it was going to be. Oh my gosh. Donations left and right, audience popping off. Yeah, it was, yeah.
For those who haven't seen it, there was a wave going in the audience at one point. It was jeez. And I've watched backyard baseball videos for like people who have done challenges for themselves. It is a community, and it is something to check out. These people are nuts for this game, and it's great. It's a lot of fun to watch. Packy, how does you mentioned the Nintendo World Championships? Of course, you're a well-seasoned versus live event player. How did this compare to some of the bigger live events that you've been a part of?
It felt pretty big. I mean, I know I've discussed the significance of like getting to a run in a GDQ after meeting up with a bunch of speedrunners and barely being familiar with the hobby. But compared to like the DRMC and the CTWC, like it feels maybe a just a little bigger than those. I mean, just looking at like crowd size and whatnot.
Nice.
But then there's like the whole production in the event itself, and seeing how much goes into this. I'm just happy that I get to be the guy just relaxing in his chair and just doing what he always does, play Dr. Mario.
Yeah, it is intense backstage. There are a lot of people making that work.
I bet. I mean, I know how many people it takes to make what we do work, and our production isn't trying to raise $2.4 million. This is
right.
I hate that I missed it. One year I was in Orlando with my kid, and we were in between theme parks. We had gone to get some special stuff to. It was right before my 4th anniversary, and I got married on Leap Day, so we kind of make a big deal about it every 4 years. Um,
Mhm.
we were in between theme parks. We had gone to Universal to pick up one particular item, then we were heading to SeaWorld. And we stopped at a McDonald's in Orlando, and I see these lanyards, and I go, "Oh my gosh, GDQ is in town this week," and I did not even think about it.
Cool.
So had I known then what I know now, that Florida was gonna really screw the pooch on pretty much everything and make it to where organizations like GDQ will not come back in state, I would have found a way to be there, because that's uh, a missed opportunity to just get to be part of something like that a little bit earlier. But yeah, I that's a dream of mine, is to make the stage, maybe playing something stupid, maybe playing Dr. Mario, or at least sitting on the couch. It'd be fun.
Well,
Do,
I would highly recommend getting in for in the summer. There's silly games done quick. There's a
mm-hmm.
for that and awful games done quick. And I think you'd be fantastic. So you gotta find a speed run to make that work. And I must be on your couch.
Let me tell you, two games. You're not looking at my screen, my stream right now, but
I'm looking at your stream.
yeah, two games out of this King of Kings, the early years, have made the awful block, and I am the world record holder in one of them, I think.
Really?
So, yeah, it's a terrible. Uh, it was an off-market game that this company, Wisdom Tree, they were Color Dream or something like that. They made a bunch of Doom clones and stuff like that in the 90s, but they couldn't sell to mainstream stores because Nintendo said, "We won't sell our games in your store if you sell this here." So they decided to go Bible games instead and sell them in Christian bookstores. My grandmother picked one up for me when I was 7.
I swear that sounds like that Wolfenstein clone where you've got the slingshot, and there's just all sheep everywhere or something.
Yes, that is in fact the same company. That's who I'm
Yes.
talking about. That is one of their better known games. And yeah, two of the games on that pack, there it's a 3-game setup, have been played at Awful Block. I have in fact tested out my run. They call it the Trinity run because you play all 3 games.
Oh, of course, they call it the Trinity Run.
Yeah, if I can ever
That's
get
funny.
if I can ever get it solid, I might submit that. But it would be a lot of fun.
That'd be something. I think Vince has those games at his house too.
I wouldn't be shocked. I've played the other one, the other big one. It's Joshua and Moses and Samson, I think, but I haven't. Uh, I don't have that one. I've just got this one. Bible Adventures, I think, is the other one.
Yeah.
And as you do when you're 7 years old and you only have like 4 games to your name, I played the crap out of it. That's
Oh, yeah.
we're kind of we're spoiled for choice with games now, just having access to so many. And I think I'm curious what it's going to look like in 20 years when maybe there's a generation that didn't grow up that way, obsessing over each individual game. But I don't know, the way the youngins are playing now, I don't think that's going to be an issue. I'll get off my old man soapbox.
Yeah. Two words: Steam sale.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's how I bought Doom and Myst and Chrono
Nice.
Trigger.
Oh, Leviticus just bought me Doom actually, because of my retro project.
You should
So
absolutely
I'm gonna
play it.
Yep. Well, if I can ever escape Zelda 2,
Oh,
I
no.
will.
How far are you on Zelda 2? I didn't see where you had ended yesterday, Savage.
I am headed towards Dungeon 6, but people have kindly subbed so that I need to play 14 hours of the game instead of the one that I normally.
How many
Okay.
hours?
So I'm gonna be playing 14.
Yes.
So yeah.
All right.
Oh, that is
So
great.
yeah.
That is such a.
So it's
such a.
somehow my chat is a weird mix of folks who are
Mhm.
secret stans of Zelda 2 and want to troll me about it, but I'm actually having fun with it now.
I took a page out of your book. I have a wheel that I run on Thursdays with like retro achievements, and I decided a week or two ago, you know what, ultra minimalist will all the time, if he doesn't like the game that's coming up, he'll use a thing I've got to make me play something else. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to add this instead. So now there is a picker, a channel points on my channel to add your own slice to the wheel,
Mhm.
and they can then pick anything on the list of games that I have access to. And I put one on there for Ultra just for free. Literally the third time I spun the wheel in the first night, it came up. I thought he was going to troll me. He gave me Gargoyle's Quest. Beautiful game. Oh my gosh. If you haven't played Gargoyle's Quest, it is wonderful. It's on the Switch Game Boy if you haven't tried it out. I played it last
Okay.
week. It's a lot of fun. It's in the Ghosts and Goblins series, but it's not a Ghosts and Goblins game, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh man, I've tried to beat Ghosts and Goblins. I don't want to get into it any further than that.
I've tried with save states and I can't do it. Oh man. And it did send Flendo off to try it himself. He's like, I think he just got through stage 1, which props to you, man. All right, we have gotten all the way off the beaten path, but that's okay because
Yep.
this is what we're here for. Before we start the run, did you guys do anything special to prepare yourselves, or was it just, hey, let's just do the thing we always do and play speed?
I would say, I mean, I just do what I usually do, but I did take some time just kind of leaning back a little and just taking it all in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a nice little fist bump. There's a great picture of that online.
Nice.
Yeah, once the sound was taken care of, and we knew that we couldn't hear each other's game, couldn't hear the Pack was right. It was a really great moment to just sit and say, "Wow, I'm here. I'm doing this. This is awesome."
Yeah.
That's great. All right, well, I can see Forky with one finger up, so I know that where I have it paused is right before he says pills. And I guess, unless you guys have anything else to add, we can get right into it.
Now let's get to it.
Yep. Let's go.
All right. This is going to be hard because I'm used to only looking at one at a time. All right, so starting off, Packy's got the better board for sure. This pair of yellows sucks for you, Saf.
I don't know. It wasn't too bad. I knew that if I got yellow, blue, and yellow, red, that I was all right for it. I was happy with it. I would rather had that packs actually.
I mean, you could set up for a horizontal on the red at the bottom, but yeah.
Mhm.
Pack, is that a 4 space or a 5 space between those reds? I honestly don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure it's 5. I don't think they're close enough for an in between clear.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they could be if you stacked on top of the yellow and then stacked like 2 above the yellow or 2 above it and 2 below it and then sandwiched a 5th one in between, but that is needlessly obnoxious.
Yeah, that's a lot of setup just to save yourself one little red fragment.
Mm-hmm.
And you're also really be careful now. You're going to show off your NES pedigree real hard, because the thing is,
Well, yeah,
that you can expect that double reds will come through for you, and that you'll be able to clear the top. You can expect that. So that's what Pack and I came to realize in our practice, that you can sell out, you can wait, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's when I play SNES, it's always a breath of fresh air because of that very reason. It's like, oh, I can make these setups. All right, let's see what Zero brings. All right, Packy going for the red. Savage gets the double blue. Doesn't set up for the Oh yeah, you do set up for the horizontal. You just didn't bother wasting the pill. And Savage out first. Packy right behind. Was at 12 and 14 seconds. Jeez. This is a slightly faster game than the one I'm used to.
There's less transition time between pills.
Yeah.
I think SNES might be a little faster in that respect, but it might not be. I'm not sure.
At what point were you guys able to like settle in and really relax, knowing that your game is your game? Like, you know, after you get the first level cleared out, and you know you're dialed in and ready to go, or was it did you have a specific point you were like, if I can get here, I'll be okay?
Based on our strengths, I felt more relaxed from the start and knew that the later levels were I had to worry about, because often what happens is we come out of the gate and in practice I've tended to do a little bit better earlier, and then Pack shows up late and dominates. So I was like, all right, I just need to settle in a little bit, and then unfortunately it'll get harder for me. So I only felt really settled in when I cleared that first, heard some cheers, and I was like, all right, cool, this is fun, but it's going to get harder from here.
I mean, for me, it didn't take me long to get settled in. I honestly feel like the latter levels in this is 0 to 10 are what give me the hardest time.
Interesting. Yeah, the cheering after every clear, I was like, yeah, okay, this is not our typical fan base, because we would all just be sitting there like the edge of our seat, you know, waiting for time. And of course, Forky's not accustomed to our style of commentary. It's not. Nobody would be.
Right.
Our commentary is its own special animal. So, you know, if you haven't watched this yet, folks, don't expect to hear the same type of commentary you would hear there. This is a much more relaxed version, but these two are playing as if they're getting commentated on. Does anybody else ever do that? You like, as you're playing games, you think about what it might be that the commentators are saying about it? Like when you make a big clear or anything?
Well, remember,
Just
neither one of us listens.
I know, me neither. That's why I'm saying, in your head, do you sit there and think about it?
You know, it's never occurred to me, actually.
I'm sorry.
I don't really think. Yeah, I don't really think about it, because I'm just trying to focus on what I'm doing, just trying to limit input as much as possible.
I think I do it more in practice than I do in runs.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, but I definitely, if it were me, I would have been sitting there the whole time going, don't screw this up, don't screw this up, don't screw this up, don't screw this up. Because that's what I do in Game 3 situations.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so on to level 1. Yellow blue for Savage, red yellow for Packy, and these are interesting boards. See, Sav, you've got a really good setup for like any pill combination, which is always a positive. Yep. But Pack's got that pair of blues at the bottom, yellows that could be played with. I don't know. I'm not sure whose board I like better. I didn't realize the time was cumulative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. And it doesn't include the time between level loads. So that's why partially why the times are so much faster than they are in NES or SNES.
Sav, actually to both of you, does any part of you, I guess probably not because this is an NES, but does any part of you try to tuck this in so that you can reduce your drop time?
Not on pill 1.
It's an NES thing. I know it is, because I tend to do that, because if I'm seeing that on pill 1, I know there's like 4 more of them coming in the next 6 pills.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's a red yellow. But okay. I'll let the game go. Just good solid clears. Pack's gonna go to the right here. Savage gets a tuck. And yeah, Pack made up some ground having those doubles. Because there he's out at 33.
Absolutely.
All right, and that's the end of one. Packy's already into two. Yeah, this is different because I'm used to like only talking to one player about their play, and then we're like doing deep dive analysis, and I don't feel like this is really the the game for that because we're not usually doing 0 to
Right.
10s. Oh, Pack, I hope you get 3 yellow blues. That's all I can say about this. Just because that
Would be great.
yeah. Actually, just a whole handful of them because I can see so many places you could pull. You can put a yellow blue. And there's the audience cheering. Oh, what do you do with a red blue in that situation, Sav? Just bury it?
I think I can't remember exactly, but I'd probably actually put it on the left-hand side, tuck it all the way down to the bottom, and start building a horizontal with the blues, because the only place I want to use reds is red, yellows up top.
Oh, that horizontal with the... Really? Still a horizontal on...
Or a double red.
On the left hand,
Yeah.
like seeing a blue pill half, I'm just going to build towards the left-hand side on the bottom. Like I'm just going to throw that towards a blue and either do a vertical or a horizontal.
Interesting.
At column 2 at the bottom. Yeah.
I mean, I would have built a vertical just by nature, but a horizontal is an interesting choice. Speaking of red blues, Packy, is this one going where I think it's going? Down there to make a couple of horizontal setups?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Nice. And that's the sort of thing, you're not going to get if you don't put professionals out there. It's still wild to me, Chris calling us pros. And I'm like, yeah, he's right. This is really our thing. Oh, Sav, I do see an
The thing is,
oh, go ahead.
the thing is, I would not be terribly surprised if I suddenly laid the pill horizontal in columns 3 and 4 at the bottom. It's like the thing about playing a Dr. Mario that is not SNES is that with fewer time between pills, you also have fewer time to process things. And as such, it's a little more difficult to react.
Oh, yeah.
And come up with those plans on the fly because you got less time to do it.
I mean,
it's like practically the difference between 18 and 19 in Tetris.
I just put that in where Espion was asking about, how do you get out of a funk? And my answer was I play SNES because it forces me to just stop thinking so hard. So yeah, I get that.
Although
don't have time to think.
Yeah. I guess there's nothing with N64, there's really nothing wrong with if on my side I just smack that blue red right down on the top because blue yellow would come soon. And just build bracket clears. But let's see how we do.
I will say I like a 6-7 on that blue red. Just with the option that you might get a red yellow to put on top. And then or a double red. Well, I mean you've got a better use for a double red, but being able to put it on top and then sandwiching that red and those two blues into a single clear, especially given how much time the clear animations take, might be an interesting choice. But again, I'm thinking NES RNG, not necessarily N64.
Not only that, but if you want to get both the red and blue clear at the same time there, you basically cut off the double yellow clear at that point.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of hope maybe there's a double yellow that comes first, but yeah, RNG
What if you put
that.
What if you put the red blue vertical in column 6, tuck it on top of the blue?
6. I mean, that's an option. I think you're thinking like an NES player too, though, because you're expecting there to be 2 more red blues coming.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, who's to say it won't? Yeah, I like that better than
well, if there's a double red that comes, that works too.
Yeah, that's true. But then you still got another place already to put a double red on that horizontal.
Yeah. But if you get more double reds, but then again, that's also thinking of NES
Yeah, this is fun and stupid.
because
I love it.
I expect all the double reds.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you have nothing but blues. Okay,
Yep.
let's hit the play. Yep. Oh, Savage, you cheeky.
Yeah, I know.
minx.
Yup. Yup.
All right, there's Pax setting up. Here comes the fat
Oh
log.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Perfect
Beautiful.
RNG right there.
Right before the broadcast, we did ask our broadcast liaison, we said, hey, are we allowed to say fat log? And she said, well, you can't not say it. She's like, we can't stop you. She was kind of laughing like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I think she kind of hoped somebody would say it, but
Gotcha.
I would like to point out that at the end of my level 2, my in-game timer said 1 minute flat.
Nice.
And
that
as
is
soon as-
amazing.
When I saw that, I started getting excited.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Sav, you're looking at building a bridge to the horizontals?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Dropping anything off of those would be just so slow.
Yeah, it would. Okay. And then Pax just getting started with his board. Yeah, I could see if you had put that red blue over into 7-8, I could see you trying to make the tuck all the way into 8 with this double red just to show off, and I would have lived for it.
I think I actually did do that later in this level.
Yes. All right, cool. By the way, is this a direct port from the N64, or did they make changes, or is it just basically a ROM of N64 put on a GameCube disc?
I do think they enriched the sound and might have refined the background a little bit, but I think it's pretty much
I forgot
a
they also
port.
had to translate it because N64 didn't come out in Japanese.
yes.
There is that.
Duh. I guess I could have thought of that. All right, let's see what we got. So Pax gonna get that set up. Savage gets the double yellow early, but another one comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's mean from the dock. I'm focused on this tuck. Oh, not there. Sorry, Savage. We'll look at your board in a second. Here it comes.
That's cool.
Oh, there it goes. All right. Oh man, that's a nice drop into a horizontal, Sav.
Thanks.
So much to see.
Right.
And y'all stop me at any point. It's just kind of weird doing this for 3. Minute 44 for
Right.
Pack.
Oh, absolutely.
Savage not
Oh,
going for
that
the
red
bracket.
stairway.
Oh, because the speed of the clear animation takes longer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is a staircase, Pack, or it was a staircase.
Yeah.
201 for Packy.
Oh, all this tucking, I don't like it.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
It takes
this
too much
level.
time.
I was kind of wondering why you didn't just go for that blue up on the top, but
This one, I think,
ooh.
might have cost me the dub. I think I had a chance at the W. Like, look at this. There's cool stuff that's gonna happen on this, but I'm gonna mess it up a little bit.
Does anybody know if a right hand swim placement for Savage right here would have been possible?
Well,
I mean, at high speed, it would have been really hard.
possible for someone maybe, but I have never been on the swim team, so
I just don't even know what the button
I'm
combination would be.
I'm actually a lot less comfortable swimming on non-NES
Mhm.
Dr. Mario
I got
than
that.
I am on everything else.
Well, it's just that's not a tuck you can do on NES. That's why I'm asking.
No.
no, I don't think you can do that one here either. I don't think you can take it into that small of a gap.
But you could do it left hand.
Uh,
That's the funny thing is you could do that if it were on the left side. You can't do it on the right on NES. Well, Adelito
Right.
might, but
That's because Adelita's a witch.
yeah, it's true. Um, I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch. I I feel like
I mean, this level was so exciting to me. Like
yeah,
these
yeah.
shapes were coming down for me, and I was really thrilled
I feel like on SNES you can do a
because
specific different one, but anyway, sorry, I'm still stuck on this
yeah,
setup you've got.
that's okay. It's not going to happen. I mean, no
Yeah.
no swim is going to happen. But yeah, I was really excited to maybe get a double blue, slap it onto column 5, get
Or a blue
the
yellow. I
Yeah, I was
mean,
just thinking blue,
there's
yellow,
drop
blue,
time with the
red would be great.
there's drop time with the blue yellow, but
right. That would have
the
been
play
okay.
is still
But yeah,
there.
no drop time. I would have wanted no drop time. I would tuck a blue yellow
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
into 4 and 5 to build that platform even closer. And I mean, the shapes here are just divine. Like it's going to come out really nicely. It didn't, but I got there eventually.
Yeah.
And Pat, looking at your side, I'm assuming the plan is horizontal, that blue, and then hope for a double red so that you can do an underclear.
I think I think I'm just gonna get the red underclear and just stack the blues vertically
Okay,
because
that makes sense
I
too.
think that's the way I played it.
Cool, 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 cool. All right, well now we've cued the audience. Everybody knows what to look for. Here we go. There's the blue yellow. No, okay. Uh, and then
Yep.
there's the double red. Exactly what Pack's gonna need. Savage gets an underclear. Packy gets the nice combo clear out of
So look
230.
at it.
Oh
Look at it.
no! It
Yeah, dude, you just saw
burns.
my face. I just recognized it, but then I was able to but I
Yeah.
lost the possibility for the horizontal and the red. So I had to take a little bit of time, but luckily RNG cooperated, but
Right.
it was a slowdown I didn't need.
Oh yes, Pack. I was hoping that was what you saw. Taking that horizontal,
Yep.
and because that's one of those that if you don't set it up right, it doesn't come off. And oh, no triple. Oh, no triple. Okay, I won't get mad.
I'll get the triple later, probably.
I think I think you do because I remember saying that the first time I watched it, or maybe the second. I think I was watching Savage the first time. Uh, I have trouble focusing on more than one board at a time, which makes me trying to do this right now stupid. Uh, I love these setups, man. This is beautiful. I wish you'd had that red setup. I know you do too. Oh, and no animation after 5. Oh,
Nope.
what
No
charming
cutscene.
lives.
Yeah, right?
All right, Sav gets the D sandwich.
Yeah, I wasn't looking back at this. There was some maneuvering issue that I had, and I didn't like what was going on, but I made it out of there. But I think there were faster ways to do it.
I mean, any version that isn't the version you're used to, it feels different. So
Absolutely.
there's that. There's the tuck I was hoping for earlier. There's the tuck from Savage. Practically at the same time, you two got double blues that you tucked in for a bracketed clear, not a bracketed, in between clear. We gotta come up with better names for these things. Oh, that was
The
a
in
nice
between
close.
clear is a term I've been using for a while. Yeah.
That was a nice close.
That was a
the
nice
whole
6.
time. Yeah. And I know
Yeah, mine was
Savage
just super
catches up.
straightforward.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wanted to get that horizontally, but it didn't matter.
No, because there's the double yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
Packy gonna get a horizontal yellow here, and then oh, that's a nice tuck in. Oh, Sav, I hope you get this board. I see things and I'm like, oh, I hope you get those yellows paired up. You're not going to. Oh, like
Yeah,
the
it's
board
all right.
didn't give it to you. I'm saying like I was hoping it would work out for you that it happened.
Oh yeah, because that feels very
Mhm.
nice.
And it looks cool. You know,
Oh, it definitely looks cool.
I feel like being able to pull off these ridiculous moves that we do is what will give this community the legs that, you know, a run like this is really hoping to give the community. Packy, that was sick, and I love it.
Now pause for a second.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you take a look, I have a double red in column 2, which is, you know, it's neither here nor there in terms of questionable decision making at this point.
Okay.
But here's a big difference in what I might have done in NES versus knowing what I knew about N64. Because we're so cagey about RNG with NES, if I'd had that double red in NES, I would have put it in column 8 on top of the blues.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I would have taken out the blues from in between, done an in between clear, if you will, and then it would have dropped down on the red. But that was never something that I was going to consider in N64, because I would want to use that to work on red blues together with no drop time in 2 and 3. So that's just a way that the thought process is different.
Oh yeah. At the very least, I think I would have tucked it into 7/8 and used at least one half there and planned for horizontals all the way across, so that, you know, once you get those double blues cleared out in 6 and 7, then you've got one red pill half already, because heaven knows you've got enough red, or so little red going on anyway. Interesting. Yeah. You do definitely approach the game differently. Anything else?
And this level 8 is
What's that?
this level 8 is where things start to go awry for me a bit in this level 8.
I mean, you don't even have a good place to put that pill.
Yeah.
It's going to be garbage no matter what. That sucks. And then, okay, yeah, you're setting up the horizontal. Oh no, it's a T. Nice. And you get the in between for the quad. All right, Savage gonna get a nice clear here, and there's the blue. All right.
Now this is NES kind of
Oh, yeah.
kind of RNG right there for a second.
This is the stuff Mole complains
I remember
about.
thinking, yeah, exactly. For a second, I was like, not happy about it, but
I think he's got a channel redemption that basically says, let me tell you how NES RNG or SNES RNG is just as bad as NES. Oh, that
heck.
did not. go
Yeah,
where we
that's
wanted it.
nope.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
that didn't either.
compounded.
And that's what Pac was talking about before, is that you, with this version more than anyone that I've worked with, you have to have your next move already in the barrel. So it's so much easier to have that,
Oh, a red blue,
you know,
thank goodness.
misdrops begetting misdrops.
There we go.
Cool. Yeah, that was an inspired end game. Because, like you said, yeah, it would get so much worse, and Savage is getting RNG'd pretty hard too. I'm assuming that blue yellow came up in the wrong direction, or was it
Yeah.
dropped on? Okay.
I think I just didn't put it right.
Ooh, but the
And
red.
I think
Sorry.
yeah, if
go
you
ahead.
looked back earlier, then there were moments of me dancing around it and being very unsure of how to manage.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was hoping you were going to get a red tucked into 2 so that you would.
Oh, yeah, didn't even see that.
Well,
Didn't
I
even
thought
see
you were
that.
setting it up that way, because you've got. I'm pointing at my
Yeah,
screen like you
no.
can see it. Before you covered it up, you had that hole perfectly placed. I think you were working on it, then you started working on the right hand side of your board and just kind of left it alone for a minute.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you had a red virus.
Yeah, I didn't
over
even
there.
notice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Look at this
Mhm.
like squared off board for Pac though. Like doubles as far as the eye can see.
Man.
Yeah.
Every possible configuration. This is a gorgeous. Now I can't believe we're already on 9.
Right. That's how this game is.
All those doubles, and what I'm thinking about is that horizontal yellow situation on the left hand side.
To be fair,
Yeah, up
though,
high. That's tough.
the last chill pill I did was with Frank, and
Mhm.
that makes perfect sense to me now because he is, oh my gosh, that man will double anything, anything,
Hmm.
especially on a horizontal. Oh, that was an interesting conversation, by the way. Okay, I'll let you finish this clear, and we'll watch what Pack's trying to get solved here. Oh, and yeah, that's a much better 9 for Pack. Are you?
Yeah, but
Oh,
I overthought it.
Mm,
but you know what? You went for it, and that deserves some props.
true. And also there's something about being on this stage that if he just did a really, really cool move, even if it wasn't necessarily optimal, the
Hmm.
audience was gonna go wild because
Yeah,
it's gonna come out of nowhere for them. So this is a stage to do it on.
yeah,
Oh, am I gonna do something cool? Yeah, let's go. I like that.
yeah. I mean, you got a full send on this stage. You gotta.
Yes, absolutely.
Some of the best moments weren't the fastest the game could be played. It was just, oh, I thought maybe you were going to tuck into a horizontal there, Seth.
I thought, I was looking at myself and I was like, am I gonna again? I'm not as confident with the maneuvering.
Yeah. All right. There's a drop horizontal for Pack. Kind of hoping
Drop
for
vertical into a horizontal for me.
nice. Oh, now I'm hoping for the double blue. I think you're going to wait for it too. Oh, no, you're not. All right. Pack's into 10. A nice board. Nothing terrible.
Yeah, nice color diversity. Not.
It's a triple. Oh, no, that's the smarter move. The triple was not the right play.
Yep.
There it is.
Get the horizontal, then the vertical.
Mm-hmm. I like
I didn't
Savage's
realize
10.
I had closed the gap that much by this point.
Yeah, and I think this 10 gives you an advantage. It's
Yeah,
just better
it was
overall.
great.
Oh, dude, that was gross. If it had been double blues underneath, it would have been really something. But yeah, okay, that's the smart play. I like that, Pack. That was right. He's setting up the
There
Bidwells,
it is.
the Dave Smiths.
Now, if I was setting up Bidwells, I'd still be setting them up.
This is true. He's gotten better. Well, I mean, he hadn't played speed in forever, but
Oh, am I gonna do a T? Please let me do a T.
yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
let's go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite things about playing SNES is it sets you up for success like that. No, Savage the other way. Oh, no, sorry, no Packy the other way. It again, that's NES because it probably would have created more. Here, I'll back up and show you what I was talking about. One.
All right.
No, further. It's this red yellow that you just set down.
Just put it the other way.
Yeah, if you'd put it the other way, you would have ended up with a horizontal right off that, but it would have been more drop
Yeah.
time on top of the
Yes,
clear.
Yeah.
that's probably why I did that.
I get it. Yeah, I'm thinking NES style. Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of yellow for Savage. Wait,
Yeah.
are your captures? Oh, they're slightly different. Oh, that's weird.
Well,
Okay.
we're on different
I
consoles.
know you are, but I mean, one would assume that the setup would be practically the same. Okay,
Well,
sorry.
I can tell you a little more about that
No.
off stream.
Yeah. I'm just saying it looked like it would have been the same. All right, I'm gonna set it back up. All right, there's that. There's the horizontal. Yeah, you sound like me. I was talking about a particular website on Monday, and I was trying to talk about it without talking about it.
Napster?
No. More recent than
Yeah,
that.
let's go with that. Oh,
Oh, the extra clear.
the extra
10:30.
clear.
1039 for Packy.
And then the handoff.
1047. Yeah.
And I'm sitting
Yeah,
there
so we
mashing
were
P to get out of the. giving the crowd a
Yeah.
let's go
Yeah,
on my
absolutely.
way to
So
my
I
sit.
didn't mash out far enough, but then I switched over and we did the headphone swap. And
It looks like FFR had a little issue getting the headphones on.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
so we were able to
literally,
menu out of that.
that's the difference. Like right now is the difference between how much time it took to get like you guys were close enough that one little issue with the headphones was like enough to tie you up. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's what we wanted. I'm still mesmerized by oh my gosh.
Jeez Louise,
Poochie.
Poochie.
Good grief.
It's so cool.
It is. I have no idea how you pull it off. And of course I've been mostly playing one player lately, which uh you'd have other stuff coming through by now, and it's it just doesn't it's annoying.
I love how he basically gave his AI opponent 2+3s and with that combo, and he's having no problems whatsoever.
Yeah. Uh, I, I don't know if the music is different. I would assume the music's a little different on the N64 in particular, but the Panic and Blind musics were both really cool. The Blind music reminds me of like the World 7 SMB3 music. It's got that kind of gangster vibe to it, if that makes sense. You know, like 30s gangster stuff. Think about SMB3 World 7. Da 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 da. You know, it's got that kind of film noir feel to it.
Yeah,
And the
like you're
blind
playing
music,
Deja Vu.
the blind music's a lot like that. Whereas Panic is just this really fun dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's just
Oh,
yeah. Now
you're
we're
being
getting
sponsored
by Pixar. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We don't have to watch all of this. I really did just get you guys on to talk about Dr. Mario. I was just kind of hoping maybe we were going to get this. Nope, he didn't. This isn't the one. Oh,
it was close. I got really excited, but
I
it
know.
wasn't quite that.
I'm Poochie.exe, and this is my masterclass.
pretty much, yeah. Here it goes. That's another. See, I can do like a double. I can't do these like full clears and quads and everything. It's just insane.
Yeah,
And then you gotta like
it's
not accidentally set it off.
yes.
This is 100% a game that if somebody said, "Hey, we're gonna start a versus community," I would watch the crap out of that, and probably find my way to a local tournament, not a big one.
Right.
I'd do it. I love this game.
It is cool, and it was really cool watching Poochie do this.
Yeah, there's 0% chance do I do well.
JB Henry's not a bad player of this either, to be honest.
I
I've
believe
seen
it.
him play a few times.
Watchman told me this was the game his mom used to play.
Oh,
Yeah. I was playing it on stream once. I'm waiting for this all clear from Poochie.
no,
Yeah.
by all means, go right ahead.
I know I saw it.
I think the first one is in stage 3 or 4.
I mean, it looks like he's already halfway set up now.
Right? Doesn't it? Oh yeah. I think it's this one.
How do you see this? Oh,
Yeah, like and you
it's-
really have to there.
there it
My
is. Oh my
goodness.
gosh. Oh. It
It's
is.
so cool.
It's
Half
Rubik's
of his
Cube.
points right there.
Oh my gosh. I guess you guys had the couch between you. I was like, I'm shocked the two of you aren't just sitting back there, like hanging out together now and just talking about what's going on in front of
Oh.
you.
totally would have.
Yeah.
I was very content to just watch Mesmerized, honestly.
Yeah, this is, it's crazy. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, we will end up doing the same thing if I'm not careful. And
Yeah,
so
I
if you
get
want
you.
to, if you want to see who won the tournament or who won this race and how close it actually was, it is on YouTube under Games Done Quick. Definitely support them, support Doctors Without Borders, and all the fine work they do. So yeah, would you are you happy to have been the first players in it as opposed to being, the one at the end anchoring the teams?
Oh, hell yeah.
I loved going first because I've gotten so many 2 seeds in Dr. Mario monthlies, and it really annoys me that I have to wait so long for my first match sometimes. So it was nice being able to go first.
You should try the John Det Flindo method and drop down to 8th or 9th. Just take your pick. I can't say
it was
that
also
anymore.
it was also kind of a compliment to the game itself as well, because they said, well, this is one that we think is very accessible for the average person. So we'll ease them in.
Yeah.
Then we'll
Yeah.
confuse them with Yoshi's Cookie, and then
Yeah, you
we'll
will.
maybe get them slightly more familiar. But yeah, it was a really special thing to start that off.
And is this it's just the 3 games on the N60 on the GameCube? Okay.
Yep.
I couldn't remember. I realized I just saw the title screen and I could have paid better attention, but I did not. But yeah, I mean, this is great fun to watch, and maybe we'll get somebody who's crazy enough to play, Tetris on the SNES and get a Tetris and Dr. Mario run or something in. And then
I'm a big fan of mixed match, by the way.
I was just thinking, what
You
if
are.
we found a way to
Pat!
do
it, and then we'll commentate. We'll send in a really great video.
what if we found a way to do
Mixed match?
Dr. Mario 0 to 10, Tetris 50 or 100 lines, maybe start at level 9 and get to 100 lines or something, and then mixed match versus to close it out. With not, but then how
that
would
would
you
be
get
a
an advantage?
logistical nightmare.
I mean,
Yeah, you
there's
can get
only
the
one way
advantage.
that mixed match works.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks
So,
because that would have been a fun way to.
Because mixed match is not a direct versus kind of game.
Yeah.
It is versus, but it's a score run still.
Mm. I mean, I guess you could do
Also,
mixed
Wednesday is
match
playing
first, and
Yoshi's
then
Cookie right now.
give an advantage to the team that wins. I don't know.
Yeah, like because mixed match, you set the time limit beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the same time limit for both players.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I was just thinking about
Yeah.
the one version I really like. But yeah, there's
Sorry.
this I think did open the door, and I hope it really did open the door for Dr. Mario to have a larger impact on the more global speedrunning community. Like I said, we've seen it at other events. I just hope that maybe this grants a little more legitimacy, helps people see just how good it can be. And yeah, I hope the next time we get this at a live event that maybe we can ship out some of the hosts for the couch who are very accustomed to calling versus speed events. That would be, I don't know. I don't know if we're impenetrable or not. I know we try not to be, but I feel like there is the risk of that we're talking about. Oh, there's a sweet tea from Pack, and is he gonna? Oh no, he's not gonna get. And we're talking to people who know the game, and sometimes it's hard to remember that you can't always be that way. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of fun, and maybe we'll see more folks coming in and seeing what we're doing. But like I said earlier, I can't think of two better ambassadors for this game.
Thank you.
Well, I know it's a lot shorter than normal, but
Yeah.
I feel like we have exhausted the topic a little bit. Do you guys have anything else you want to add? You want to say about this run, about kind of where we are, or anything like that?
No, I think we've covered a lot. I just want to say again that it was truly an amazing experience, and I think when I think about members of the Dr. Mario community, I think Pack was it was an honor to be opposite him. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just really glad and really grateful that I got to do this because I just again it's something I always wanted to do and I don't necessarily think myself like that the way that Savage just described, which I think it's a huge compliment and I'm grateful for that. And honestly, the rising tide is a very real thing. I mean, people say they look up to me, but I also look up to what everyone around me has done, stepping up their game, because I'm a big believer in iron sharpens iron, and they have pushed me to improve my game as well.
We've seen that. We've definitely seen that. And yeah, I mean, this whole community really. I love getting to talk to like players after the silver tournaments and some of the versus players like Pez, who I had on last week, who honestly are just really getting into this community. One of the things they always say is just how welcome that they feel just hanging out with this group, and I hope that that is always the case. I really hope that we are always that group of people. So thank you guys for being part of that, being a big part of that. Y'all have always been there for me, and I just appreciate this whole group. All right.
amen.
And then that,
Well, with that, I think we're going to send on to a raid. And I want to say thank you to everybody who has been hanging out. Reminder, if you didn't catch this whole stream, we will have it uploaded onto YouTube. And at some point in the next 6 months, there will be a shortened version over on Spotify. If you are watching this on YouTube or listening on Spotify, you can catch live episodes on Twitch, assuming I'm still doing it. Just all whenever I'm doing it, check it after a live versus tournament, because that's probably when I'm going to be doing the most. So to everybody watching, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Till next time, be good, be safe, be happy. Big thank you to my friends Savage Octagon, Packy619. You guys are great, and I hope you have a great night as well.